Hello, Music 16 class. Here to present my homemade instrument, which is sort of lap steel guitar that I ended up making out of a ammo crate that was randomly given to me by my uncle who went to Afghanistan in the mid 2000s, and I thought it was fitting to turn an explosives crate into an instrument for some reason. Um, I'll play a little bit for you here in a second. But basically, the way that you play it is with some sort of slide. I couldn't find my slide, so I found a shot glass. And you're able to control the pitch of the strings that way by creating a point for it to resonate against. And then you can pick it with a pick or finger picks or your hand, however you want. This resonating string down here is kind of just a sympathetic string that you can retune if you want to, but it mostly just helps with the resonance of the instrument itself. It has a pretty wide range. A D. Hold on, I think that's a D3. Yeah, a D3 all the way up to this. The fundamental pitch of this high note is an E4, but you could theoretically get up to, D7 or something if you were to cut the length of the string that short. So it has a pretty wide range. The tuning right now is in a sort of open D suspended tuning. We have D, a higher D, an A, so the fifth of the D, another A, so the fifth here. A was a convenient note to be able to reach with this gauge and this length that I kind of locked myself in on, and it resonates with a lot of scales, so I figured it would be good, especially for the key of D, if I couldn't tune it to D. And this high E is technically the major second, or the ninth of a D chord. I just wanted it to be an extra color tone that could work in both major and minor situations. You can also tune this high E to a major third or a minor third of a D chord. So you could have D minor, major, or suspended. And I'm sure I could use different lengths, uh, different gauges and different lengths to create different tunings, but that's kind of what ended up working well on here, which is good for me because I was aiming for being in the key of D for my arrangement. Um, let's see what else. The timbre is actually it's pretty quiet, but it's quite resonant. The whole box vibrates kind of a lot, and it's completely hollow and made out of wood. I think these two bottles help a lot with the resonation as well, or resonance. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, you can play chords, some sort of triad with an extension, major or minor or neither. Um, you can also use these the three thickest strings on the top bit of the instrument to play like a power chord. So just like an octave. It's not perfect, but if I had a slide and I was able to align it perfectly, unlike this slanted thing where it's kind of hard to tell um, how you can get a straight across angle on the strings, but it's just the fifth in an octave of whatever note you're at, so it's kind of a power chord, and you can play that over anything other than a diminished chord, and that would work well. You could also play melodies. Not that I can do it very well. The one difficult thing about it is that there's no indication of how far you are along the string, or what fret you would be at if it was a fretted stringed instrument. So you just kind of have to think about proportions or find the note by ear, which can be a little bit challenging. And maybe I could make markings far below the strings or something like that to make it a bit easier. But you can slide between notes, or perform portamento movements. And notes can be bent either literally, like you can push down on the strings, or they can be bent in that that sort of sense where you're actually sliding, but it acts as a bend. The volume could probably be modulated from this where we're at now by adding a pickup. I might need to use different strings too because this phosphor bronze string right here might not be picked up so well by an electric guitar pickup, but I could use some sort of just old cheap pickup. I have them even laying around. I just don't know how to wire up the rest of the circuit that you would need, but you could potentially put that here or under the sympathetic string too and get a pretty cool sound out of it. And it's pretty loud as it is. You could also mic it in a performance sort of situation if you had to. And yeah, it's really similar to a lap steel guitar. It works okay. I'll play a couple things poorly for you guys just to demonstrate. You can play a blues. Or the progression for the arrangement of the Pink Floyd song that I'm doing would be sort of, like this. It's hard to get it totally in tune. So there's my instrument. It works. And it could definitely be improved upon. But it was a lot of fun to make, and I hope that was helpful and explanatory in case you guys decide that you want to have it on your arrangement. Thank you.